Take a look at all this dry grass. Gives me an idea.
They've hired men with the side so sharp to cut him off at the knee. They've rolled him and tied him by the way, serving him most barbarously.
You stole my heart away. Now this boy has to love you so.
It's May Day, a wonderful time of celebration and rebirth. Spring is in full force, summer is coming in, and a fantastic movie takes place on this very day. I make no effort to hide the fact that The Wickerman is my absolute favorite movie. Or at least one of my top. You know, right up there with Citizen Kane and Casablanca and Caligula. It's one of the best movies ever made. It's a movie with a deeply engaging and unique story. The first time you see it. After that, each repeat view is even better. The first time you see the movie, it's suspenseful, mysterious, intriguing, with a rather shocking ending given the time. But once you know the ending, you're free to enjoy the movie in a very different way. You're no longer trying to figure out the mystery or solve anything along with the main character. You know what's going to happen to him. So why not enjoy it? Let out your inner pagan and embrace the festive atmosphere. Embrace the month of May. What was once a shocking ending becomes a joyous celebration, full of lively song and dance and Scottish people. It's an all-around enjoyable flick. Let's go over the plot real quick, shall we? This is Sergeant Howie. He lives on the mainland, and he's received a letter from a distressed citizen of Summersisle regarding a missing child.
None of us have seen May Morrison's daughter, Rowan, since last year. She's only 12 and has been missing from her home for many months.
He says goodbye to his virgin fiancée. It's important we know that. And flies over to the island to investigate. Hey, that scene's not from this movie. Nicolas Cage, nobody invited you. Get out of here. Sorry about that. Anyway, upon arriving at the island, Sergeant Howie begins to notice strange things. Story-wise, the strangest thing is that all the food he's served comes from a can, despite the fact that this island is famous for its fruit orchards and bountiful harvests.
Why do you have store-bought? I thought you made the stuff here.
No, not honey. Fruit. Fruit! But for Sergeant Howie personally, the strangest thing about the island is its distinct lack of God.
Everywhere I go on this island, it seems to me I find degeneracy, and there is brawling in bars, there is indecency in public places, and there is corruption of the young, and now I see it all stems from here. It stems from the filth taught here in this very schoolroom.
Being a devout Christian, this disturbs him greatly.
I don't believe in your God!
I thought I told you to leave! Listen, you being an atheist in the remake was not a good choice. It made no sense. The whole point of the movie was the subversion of expectation. Sergeant Howie believed throughout the whole thing that he was doing everything right and true by God, which made it all the more shocking and upsetting for the average viewer when he dies at the end. Spoilers. The only way that change could have been interesting or worthwhile is if you'd gone all the way with it. If you're going to be an atheist, then everyone on the island should be a devout Christian. Or, like a Old Testament kind. Then, the expectation would be that the atheist would win using science and reason and logic. Or just go completely out of left field and make the island a commune of hipsters who are being ironically pagan. But no. You took the middle ground, milquetoast approach to changing the structure, and it falls flat. Go away! Go away, Nicolas Cage. You're taking me on tangents I don't want to go on. I'll never finish this review. So Sergeant Howie continues his investigation, getting more and more offended by the display of beliefs that aren't his own.
You never learned anything of Christianity.
Well, is a comparative religion.
Gee, I'd hate to see this guy investigate a case in Tehran. So after one villager reasonably tries to explain to him that their beliefs aren't any stranger than his, he demands to see the man in charge. And here we meet the indomitable Christopher Lee.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Howie. Just the sight of the young people refreshes you.
Oh, it's glorious.
He brought you up to be a pagan.
A heathen, conceivably, but not, I hope, an unenlightened one.
God, I love that man. Eventually, though, Sergeant Howie figures out the pagan's plans.
Sometimes the six swordsmen ritually beheaded the Virgin.
Dear God in heaven, even these people can't be that mad.
Or does he? No. Actually, he's only figured out exactly what they wanted him to figure out.
What's the matter, Mr. McGregor?
And don't be frightened. I'm a police officer.
And with God on his side, he charges forward, straight into a trap, where he is promptly placed inside the Wickerman and set alight, ensuring a bountiful harvest for everyone next year. And they didn't need to break his legs or cover his face in computer-generated bees to get him in there. They used good old-fashioned trickery and used his own devotion to his faith against him.
You will undergo death and rebirth. Resurrection, if you like.
As a Christian, I hope for resurrection. And even if you kill me now, it is I who will live again. Not your damned apples.
Such a good movie. It's the kind of movie that makes you want to just get naked and dance around a bonfire. But first, there's one thing I have to do. Yeah. I haven't forgotten about you. Almighty Son, accept this sacrifice in the hopes that Hollywood will never make the same mistake again.
favorite lady, or at least your favorite lady.